Where did I put them? Chocolate. Don't give a shit. Hello, whoever's out there. I'm just sorting out some bugs quick for the feeding sesh. Get some Mario worms. Might free them. If the music is too loud, let me know as well, but I don't want to do it in the silence. And you get the joy of me singing. Oh, one sec as well. Oh no, I can't. I was going to say I'll get the chat up on my other phone. Hey, you Lige. Hey, you Binzy. Let me just grab my other phone in a sec. I'll do these first. Oh, bit of last time. Cockroaches. Go for a full-blown tour of the new incubator in a bit. It's as big as me. And way wider. Hey, you Diego. Radio 1. You can tell this is a really old Radio 1 because they're actually playing good tunes, and Radio 1 hasn't played good tunes in about 10 years. I think this mix is from 2003 maybe. It's a beauty though. Best years of Radio 1. Now it's just like junk. So, who we got? Then let's have you want to have a look inside? This is I gotta stand back a bit to show you like the whole thing. Oh, so there he is. He's a big boy, and then I got my printers on top. I was gonna put the printers inside, but there was too many ants. So it's like, yeah, I built it like a couple of weeks back because I'd had it with my other incubator because it was too small. But now, like, oh, it's like lush in here. There's like the top shelf, and then there's like my native hibernation-y shelf with a few more. And then no one's seen this yet. This is like the big reveal at the bottom, even though it's like half in the middle. So TB's got a new house. Well, the most I've spent on ants so far is my leaf cutters, which were I think 100, a lot, maybe 180 I think, because I reserved them so I could pick them up from Antcon like months before I got them. Basically I got the cave work underneath. I thought I didn't want like too much soil in it because it gets so heavy, so I thought I'd chop up their old nest and just lay that in the bottom. Oh, look, a slug. This thing is full of life though, because I literally just pulled the moss out of the ground. There's plenty of spiders. I'll see if I can find one. Saw loads of wood lice earlier, shield bugs. What we got? A few of the tetras are out and about. I'm surprised more things haven't started eating the tetras food yet. But they need a new house. Here's their old the neutrino nests. I'm hoping they'll empty out. Just gotta wait for the heat mats to kind of kick in a bit more. I got 2 of them going full bore, but it's not too bad for these girls. That's why I like natural setups. You can like basically put an unthermostated like heat mat under your natural setup, and it doesn't matter most of the time because where there's gradients, like they'll just move away from it. Like anyway, I'll get to the feeding. I've also fiddled with leaf cutters. I'll have to take them out, so I'll take them out now. Quickly wedge that there a sec. And what we got in here, maybe you can see, it's the little girls, the chlamydias. Oh, I need more room in the incubator already. Leaf cutters you can get out here. Sorted. There we are. Yeah, I can actually get to them all now. I've actually lost though. The Polyrhacosar martyr queen, she's croaked. I think it was poison or something. Let's get some more lights on in here as well. I haven't got them all on. There we are. More light. I got loads of lights up in here. Love it. And the whole thing as well, because it's made of like fresh wood, it smells so good. I think first I'll feed. I think this is the Proxima. Yeah, it is. I can tell by their goldenness. Oh, focus. Let's get them out under the light. The incubator cost quite a bit, to be fair, in the end. I got to B&Q and they do this thing where you, like, basically you give them your dimensions and they'll cut the wood for you. So I done that and yeah, but when I was in, I was going to use MDF, but then I saw they had like plywood for a little bit more and I was like, yeah, plywood any day of the week over MDF. MDF is a bit flaky. Proxima are doing well good though. I love these girls. These are my favourite girls of all. Hey, you rep for. See if we get some light on them. Look how good their like little brood pile is. I don't know if you can see it. Zoom in a bit. Oh. Is that you gonna get a nice picture? No. See if we can get a good view on them. I don't know if you'll be able to see the babies. Oh yeah, that'll do. Nice. See the fat pile of eggs nearest the test tube. Then a fat pile of larvae. Loads of more little larvae. Some beautiful gold. Is that a cocoon she's got? Oh, nearly a cocoon there, I think she's got. Oh, I love these girls. They're so good looking. And they're doing so well as well. Like the other polyracus, they've been struggling. But yeah. Oh. To be fair, I can't lie, my Manica rupida, they've literally been one of the best species I've ever had inside of a terrarium so far. In a bit, like, I'll feed them now because they're just nuts. Let's get this one set up so you can see it. Hopefully that's not upside down. Here we are. You can have a look at them. I'll feed the Manica right now. And then in a minute, I'll show you them as their food response and stuff. They're absolutely crazy in a viv. And they are just like giant fire ants. They're just brilliant. Oh, scissors. Where have I put my scissors? So I got some more forceps. Oh, there's my scissors. Let me check. Yeah. Chop up some food quick. They go absolutely crazy over it as well. Bit of mealworm. It's looking all quiet in there at the minute, but give it a minute. But... Okay, right, hold steady, everyone. Try not to get seasick. Ooh, Singularis, they're cool. If you can get them big. Although I'd be careful with those, maybe. Because they're, like, touchy. I got a phone. Where's the queen in here? Oh, you big girl. I always, like, get worried that she's disappeared. Where is she? She's my most, like, precious queen. She's probably in there. Spin it round. They like to clog up their tubes a bit. Where are you, queen? What are these girls doing here? I think there's a dead body down there. A few dead bodies in here. I should try and tweeze it out quick. Oh, I like twig ants. Apparently they sting though and stuff. But there's a guy on Reddit. He has a lush colony of twig ants. I always like look at them and think, yeah. And then apparently they'll like sting your face off and make you cry. Oh, Manica are doing pretty damn good. I'll feed these and hopefully they'll have woken up, kind of thing. Takes them a few minutes to get the word out that there's food, but they don't show any sign that they're hibernating either. And I didn't hibernate them last year, to be fair, so I might just let them tick over. They did make less brood though during winter last year, because I know when spring turned up, their brood pile went nuts. Oh, the other Manicus, yeah, I'll get them up as well. Yeah, I got one colony left though, because one of the queens, randomly, like I just found her body in the sugar water, and she'd literally laid eggs like the day before. Pogos. Oh, too scared to ever put my hand in there. But yeah, one of the Manica queens randomly just decided to croak. But it wasn't too bad because I took workers and brood and everything and just plugged it into the other Manica, and they merged like just fine. The workers. I gave them about a week after the queen had died, like to kind of have a little rest and lose their smell. But once they were in, they were like sorted. Let me just get sugar water. Get a nice clean bit. Clean up this pipette with my hot water. So there it is. On today's menu, it's basically palm oil with not palm oil, palm sugar it is. And hot water. That's all I've got. I'm waiting for some sugar snaps. Should do a job that I do then. Okay, no, these girls are done. Let's get to the Manica. To be fair, I need to disconnect the Saturn. I could try and do it now if it looks alright. I'll show you. Okay, phone. Oh. So like, yeah, currently they are between the two setups. And every time I go to separate them though, they're like in the wrong tubes. It's quite annoying. Like at the moment, there's a few out here and a few in here. I love the way they've chosen to have this dirty tube as well. I swear there's even mites in it sometimes. I see the odd little, I think they're like grain mites. Or kind of dust mites, but they don't seem to care. Or their brood is starting to look a bit impacted now by the winter. Maybe they are going into hibernation. I've been keeping them on a cooler shelf. Yeah, they got there. Grubby tube. Grubby outworld. I'm kind of a bit... I do like this little thing. It looks good. I am struggling though with the lid. Because every time I take off the lid, these girls, they are straight upside. I'll show you. We'll take off the lid. And I'll try and like clean it out. And I think we'll try and disconnect that bit of pipe as well. One problem is I've lost the little bong. I don't know where I've put it actually. Probably about somewhere, but want to see it's standard little 13mm cap ought to fit. I hope. One of these off a tube pod. How am I gonna do this? So the other day, one of the Manicas got on my hand as well. Oh my god! I was there doing something, and I felt like it crawling on my hand. And oh my god, I was so scared. But I was like, can't panic. Gotta pretend that I'm just a tree, and it'll keep walking. And I flicked it off, and it didn't sting me, thank god. Got some new ants as well. I'll get to them in a bit. Although there's not much to show there yet because they're still founding, but it's going to be a good colony next year. Where did I put the cotton balls? They're in each bin. Oh, this could get painful, this. So I think I'm just going to do it. Just do it. Oh, they're alerted. They know something's going on. Oh no. Don't come back up the tube, girls, and don't escape out the other one. Just, I hope that stays in place. Fingers crossed this fits. Ah, lovely. This is why I love like 13mm tubing. Every shop should use the same size tubing as well, because all the little bungs, like, they all fit. I am a big believer though. 13mm tubing is like, I think that's the tube everyone should use. To be fair, everybody stuck to 13mm, like you fit all ants down it, but it's not too big. It's just all the queen's coming out. He's thinking like, what the hell is going on? Let's see if we can get the lid up. Got some cotton wool there. As soon as I lift this lid though. Oh no, not too bad yet. I might be able to give him some sugar. Let's try that. Please stay in there, little lady. Let's get a better view. You can let me know then when they escape. Oh, I love carton nests. They're cool, they are. I think the Fugax might do that as well. They're like little paper boys. But then the fugax, I think they make their carton nest, or like paper nesty thing underneath the floor. I'll show you the wasp in a minute as well. Got a new type of ant called a wasp. They were related once. Distant cousins. Oh, we got an escapee. Oh, get back in there, you little cow. Once they start escaping, that's it then. Once they know the lid's off, they keep pushing it. Oh, you shites. There, I'll get back in. If anyone's wondering why I don't use soft to grip tweezers, it's because it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, I'll get to a Tetris. I just quickly see if I can speed clean before they all come rushing out. This is the first time I've cleaned it. I will say, this little nest, it's cleaning up really easy. It's got a nice kind of, I don't know, the layer lines are nice. All right, you. I saw you getting out. All right, in. Can't hold on work because they grip onto it really well. Get in there, please. I beg of you. Oh, get off the scissors now, for goodness sake, madam. Sticky little girls. This is what I mean though. Once you take off the lid, you're in. It's a bit iffy with these. That'll do for today. That's a lot cleaner than it was. Still got to move a few from that one. Quickly get them. They won't need much. They can have that bit of meal one. That's it, girlies. This is actually going better than I was expecting. Hopefully, I can. Go on, get in there, you can. That's it, back in. Give them a drop of sugar water. That'll keep them occupied. Hardest bit is going to be getting the others from that nest into here. I still got the odd post on Instagram. I've been active recently, to be fair. I don't get on Instagram like too much. I swear half the time it's like the stuff on there. It's a bit weird. But then it's Facebook, so it's like, of course you're gonna see fake news galore and hate news galore. I shouldn't really expect much else from Facebook. It's a bit of a cesspit, Facebook, for hating things and stuff. I think my mum went on Facebook and now she's paranoid that the water's poisoned and stuff from all the fake news. Oh, we got an escapee girl. I can see you. In. Oh, get in. There's an escapee girl. So, oh, she's gone back in. Oh, no, there's another escapee girl over here. Oh, yeah. This is why the lid's quite hard sometimes. I was going to say it might be possible to barrier the sidewalls, but please get in there, girls, because there's more of your friends over here. Oh, jeez. They won't get off the tweezers. Let's quickly go on, eat your food, girls. That's it. Get into your food. Focus. Come on, girls. Oh, one left. Oh. This is going alright so far because I haven't got stung. If I ever get stung, I'm hoping it's because I've been paid. I don't want to do it for free. It's not my cup of tea. I don't even think if I got paid, it'd have to be quite a bit too. But then I could get a bonus because I'll probably be half allergic to them. Not like full blown kind of, oh, I can't breathe, but my God, the sting will swell up like a beast. I'll have like a grapefruit on my arm or something if they get me. I think that's all of them. Fingers, check underneath. Doesn't look like there's been any escapees. Oh, yes. Sorted. That's them out the Venus. You can't beat a Venus. If anybody watched my video the other day, like, God, I love the Venus. 9 out of 10. The only way a Venus could get to 10 out of 10 is if it was like loads of different colours. There's the Manica done. What was the next one that you wanted to see? I was feeding. I can show you the TB again, but they didn't actually need feeding because the cockroach. Oh, I had some crickets and they're making loads of noise, so I fed all of the crickets to the Tetramoran by carrying out to shut them up. Doing good in their chews back there, though. And hopefully they'll start emptying out of here because they got their new natural setup. With the stickers as well, I can't forget the stickers. Look at that. No one in the world has got a Wakushi sticker but me. But they're well easy to get Wakushi stickers. And people are like, why haven't I got a Wakushi sticker with my order? And you have. It's the magic. Because if you take the Wakushi, he's good at sending. He sends the little stickers with your kind of packing slip. It's got Wakushi logo at the top though. So what you do is you get your little packing slip, chop the top off, bam, you got yourself a Wakushi sticker. And then we got the Ancon 2022. Why haven't I got a 2023 sticker? Landscapes. Or maybe... Oh, I'm confused now. Oh, the slugs come out some more. Hopefully, Dragon, I'll be on for quite a while. I got a lot of ants to feed. I'm hoping this slug here will go and eat. Like when I tipped in the tetras, I also tipped in a load of the dead bodies. But like I did it on purpose because I want to see if anything's gonna eat them. But I think the slug will probably start eating the bodies. I don't think they're not moving too much yet. Although they have been like, I have half hibernated them for the past few weeks. They seem to want to go to sleep, so I was like, well, I'll let you go to sleep until I get a new heat cable. And then I got a new heat cable earlier, and it came and it was broken, so I was just like, yeah, fuck it, heat mats. Hopefully, I might get another heat mat. I mean, not heat mat, heat wire. For down here. Up top they got a heat wire though, like all the way nicely around the edge. Oh, I don't know. I'll show you the new messes though. Yeah. Let's get these girls. They might need a feed or something. Although I think they should be hibernating. I might put them in a Venus actually. That's not a bad idea. Have I got any Venuses kicking about? Silly question. These girls are Messer, whatever Antantic cells that are polygamous Messer. And I was tempted to get a Messer Barbarous Queen because sometimes you get them for like a $5. And then I looked and it was like, oh, $6.99 in some places for like Messer Barbarous redheads. And then I saw these and I was like, 30 quid for 3 queens. So it was about a tenner a queen, but they're polygamous. And it was like, yeah, I want to try that. So I love it. I do like the harvesters because they're so easy to look after. You just chuck in some seeds and fill up the water. Oh, look, it says it on the thing. Wow, Antantics is on it. It's like they knew. Messer Aciculatus, maybe. Aciculatus? Yeah. Messer Aciculatus, they are. I like that. That's a nice little touch, that. Yeah, I never heard of it either, really, Ants Edinburgh, until I was there looking around because I'd spotted like polygamous messers ages back, and I looked on like all the websites, like looking for all the messers, and then eventually found them. But they're like Japanese, I think. They're kind of the Messer Barbarous of Japan, and they're polygamous, so should be fun. I think they make what's his name? What's the word? Not polygamous, polymorphic. It is polymorphic, yeah. Yeah, so they're mages and stuff as well. Quite looking forward to them though. Might try giving some dandelion seeds. Not that they'll probably do much because they should be asleep. But I guess it can't hurt too much. Let's zoom in a bit. Oh, I love the pogos. Fair, it's like seed eaters go. I think the pogos might be like top. They got such fat heads. Oh, I love them. You gotta see quite small girls. What I'll do is quickly grab a Venus. Maybe one with tubes. Clean a couple tubes. I need to win the lottery really, so I can go over to like Sid's or something and just buy like 500 test tubes of the right size instead of having to reuse them all. And I've kind of like used most of them up. I've got about 10 Venuses, but I've only got about 5 stubby tubes left. Where's my forceps? Oh, I'm good at losing things. I had them a minute ago in the bedroom. Forceps are quite good for getting stuff out of tubes. Well, whoosh. So easy with these. Come on, you. Better turn it the other way up. Just gonna rinse these thingamajiggies quick. Can have a look in here. See them. Oh, look, they're out. The manica, they're on it already. I'll leave it here for a second. I'll wash this. Hopefully it will sit right. Let's make a tower so it can hold the phone in the right place. No, in a minute there'll be loads of them. The Temno 4 racks are in here somewhere as well, but they're only small. But this is like the pre-response. Go on, stay there, phone. Please. That'll do. The other one's more active, but yeah, I'll just wash these tubes quickly. Bam. 2 little tubes all ready to go. Oh, yeah. Go on, Messer, start pouring out. There'll be like 100 of them on it in a minute. And then the giant ones come out, like the Manica rubida, they're not polymorphic, but they might be. The size difference between the biggest workers and the smallest workers is, it's like double, if you get what I mean. And it's like, when does an ant become polymorphic? It's like, I get it, they're all the same ant, just different sizes, but they're a lot different sizes. The big Manicas are big. It's kind of like the Formica fusca though. You can get a giant Formica fusca. Like once they hit a certain age, they just come out giant. I had to do an experiment to test it. Like in summer, I managed to get my hand. I found some of the giant Formica fusca, and then I tracked them down to their nest. Took a handful of their brood, and now my Formica fusca have got the odd giant like walking around. Just seems to be the mature colonies though. They produce the odd giant. Let's get a nice semi-clean Venus. Oh, I need a new kit. Clean enough. That'll do. One of the best bits about Venus as well. It's clean and it's so easy. This looks like a rubra one. There's my water. I'm gonna, oh no, I've messed up. I was gonna say I was gonna be a clever boy, but I've actually messed up already. Silly boy. But with the little tubes, you can like be a cheeky boy and put a little tube in a medium tube, and jobs are good. And oh, it's a little bit too big. Push it down some more. Get rid of the excess water. Just going to try and dry the inside of the tube quick. It's a bit wet. This is not good plan. That'll do. Then you can stick the little tube inside of a medium tube. And, I think these girls wouldn't mind a Venus there. It wouldn't hurt them. They got that little tube. Well done, little ladies. Visibility is now absolutely horrific. But that's a problem for another day. I better put the lid on. Let's dry up a bit more in there quick. And that'll do. Stick it in the lid. Bam. They can have a few of my dandelion seeds. I collected these last year. I didn't actually manage to collect it. Well, I didn't need to really collect any more seeds this year. Got enough dandelion seeds in here for years. It's just pure dandelion seeds. Let's go to the bottom. Sometimes I have to put like a quid or two in it, and I just shake it about because it knocks all the dandelion seeds down to the bottom. But dandelion seeds are kind of ants' favourites. They're like the fruit fly of seeds. Because they have to fly, the dandelion plants are like, well, we could make our seeds heavily armoured and heavy, but it's like, but then they wouldn't fly, so yeah, they basically got no armour, a dandelion seed, just like a fruit fly where it's like you've got to be weight saving to fly. That'll probably do them a few seeds. I doubt they're going to eat them, to be fair. If anyone got any, what's the next species? So get anyone particular, anyone? So I gotta go for the, unless someone says something fast. Okay, it's the Polyrachus, whatever they are. I forgot their name. I got another Polyrachus somewhere. Where's she? Oh yeah. My God, I nearly forgot about her. Oh, the Paladulas. I got rid of the Paladulas, to be fair. Once they got too big, and I had them on a diet for like 4 months, and I like at least basically like a whole winter I had them on a diet, but it didn't work. And in the end, they managed to escape, and yeah, I couldn't really keep them in their little tank anymore. She's got a nice pile of eggs. She's not really doing too much, this girl, but I'll bear with her. Probably got not the best setup for her. But these are the things. The ones with the spikes. Might be able to get the camera in a better place. You can't really see the spikes though, because you only do. Let's give them a bit of food. They're a bit weird, these games. Although since I've got the new incubator and I've still trying to get the temperatures right in there, I think it's caused a few casualties so far. The Polyrachus rastillata queen decided to just croak the other day as well. But that was, so like the Polyrachus armata, they changed colour, if you remember that. Like, and I saw like one of the rastillata workers had turned slightly lighter. So I basically took them out and put them in a test tube. And yeah, they were infected, I think, or something. So I'm kind of I think the armata may have had some sort of bacterial infection, because I did put them in, normally, like if you got a dead ant, just stick it in a test tube and leave it, and if it's infected with a fungus, like the fungus will grow, but there was no fungus coming out. Oh, they're not the Bimata. They are. Oh, they might be. No, was a Phrynax. No, Phrynax are the other ones, I think. I think the Palladula, they do hibernate, but you don't have to. Like, I never hibernated mine. The only issue I had was like the whole winter season was just pure elates as well. Like, there were so many elates, and they were only like a 1-year-old colony, but they just started pumping out elates as well. They were good little girls, though, to be fair. They didn't mind staying up either. They like did it just fine. Give these girls a bit of sugar. Such a muppet sometimes. I have a little drip holder in the bowl, and I filled it with food, and now I have to put the drip around the edge. That should do him though. You can't really see too much in here. I gave him some substrate and stuff. I think I'll do them girls. I try not to disturb them. Let's go back into the incubator. The incubator. You might put her sideways onto the heat. There we go. The Atta are doing quite good. Not that you can see much in there. You see that dent in the fungus as well. It's because I did have it here. And then the heat wire, they don't like the heat, of course, and it got them a bit warm, so it kind of made a dent in the fungus of it. And now I keep it like pushed away a little bit. And I got they're gonna have this one too soon, because I took this one off the acros because they had one leaf cutter pod for their house and one for their outworld, and I thought, no, they can just have one leaf cutter pod to live in and then a fish tank, and the Atta can have this one. When I clean it, see what we got in here though. Here is, I think it's Camponotus angularis. How's she doing? She's doing quite well, I think. I don't like disturbing her too much because, oh, she's got her egg. She did come with one egg, but she ate it like not long after arriving. I think it was just travel stress. So now it's like, oh, but she's got a new egg. If you can, just behind her, of course. Of course, she stands in the one spot where you can't see it. Oh, there might be two now by the looks of it, actually. There's little specks at the bottom. Let's give her some food quick. Boom. Boom. Hopefully she does well. What I've found is if I buy a big colony, they always like do bad. Whereas if I buy just a queen and grow the colony, it goes quite well. I think that a lot of the time, like, when you buy a colony, this is like dug up and they could be like 10 years old for all you know. Like the queen could have one more year left in her. And I think that's what happens half the time. And then with all the stress and stuff, it just kind of pushes them over the edge. Let's get a bit of this for her. Nice bit of boiled Morio worm. A little bit of that. A little bit of sugar. Oh. Actually, that'll probably do it for sugar, that tiny. Little splodge on the side. A little bit of food. More food than she actually needs by miles, but better than too little. Not that she'll probably eat it. She's just chilling in her tube in a minute. I think she is, what's the name now? She is semi-claustral because she just hasn't got the bulk. Let's get the new Camponotus. I'm scared of Camponotus. I don't know what it is about Camponotus, but I can't make them like do anything. I love Formica Fusca. They're so underrated, Formica Fusca. I swear Holliver got rid of his because he thought they were boring, but it's like, nah, by the third year, they're going to be massive. Because I think in, like, the wild, because of the Formica Fusca, they're predated by well, not predated, but, like, preyed upon for, like, the brood and, like, yeah, basically everything wants to kill them and, like, nick their stuff. So I think for the first couple years, they're really, like, hidey away ants. But come third year, they start to get like bigger then, and I think they can a little bit afford to kind of let people know that like, yeah, we're here, but there's enough of us now. So if you want to mess with us, we're going to rip your head off. But they get like more and more like not tame, I guess. Yeah, more not scared. A little bit for her. More sugar, to be honest. I think. I can't remember where this girl's from. I do always wonder. You get like some ants from like other hemispheres, and I wonder if they're like reversed. Like, is this girl? Maybe she's just waking up for summer because she's Australian or something. But, she's not doing much yet, but she might just turn it around in spring. Fingers crossed. I'll put her in the dark again. Should get the cardio chlamydias out, I think. These girls are quite fun. Oh my god, they've grown again. Hey PJ. Yeah. So like, my they've grown even more. I love them. This species, like, and there's another Saturn as well, full of them, but we'll get to that in a sec. The issue too is like, why I'm selling medium colonies is because it's like, it's all I've got. So lights, camera, ants. He's good for like getting people to watch ants. I think it's all a bit sensationalist, and he knows it though. But some people have a lot lower price than other people. Like some people will sell themselves for about, I don't know, 1,000 views on Facebook. Personally, my price is a bit higher than any sort of views on Facebook. But yeah, some people are cheap. It sounds bad, but yeah, I guess it's what it is, isn't it? Like, if you're willing to sell out, and I don't know, if you're willing to treat something badly for the entertainment and attention of others, you should probably get counselling, to be fair. But it seems that like that's what half of YouTube is nowadays. Like, look at me, I'm doing a prank video. Your DC? What, direct current, PJ? Or diacama or something, is it? Could be diacama. Maybe. Oh, Discord. No, I haven't spotted the old Discord yet. This colony though, when I went to AntCon, I basically got a queen and one worker, and all the other workers were dead in the tube. I think I got like the last tube with like the dregs, and now like look at them, it's just tube, and they're just full. They are like breeding like crazy. They're absolutely amazing though. And if you got like, they're definitely a species you want a macro lens with. Because when you get in, like, they got their little fighter males and everything. Is there any? Oh, yeah. They're good though. They don't crawl in their food too bad as well. No. Like if they were Tetramoran bicarinatum, I'd have issues, or if they behaved like them, kind of thing. But I'm not sure. Luckily though, these girls, they don't hide in their food, which is, it's the biggest problem with micro species, to be honest. I think maybe like 2 years ago, I made one of my first videos was like micro species care, and one of the bits I said was you gotta basically, when you take the food out, half time you have to end up putting it onto a piece of A4 paper and just kind of smashing up the food, and then all the tiniest little ants, like micro species ants, would like pour out. Oh, hopefully there's nothing in here. Leave it there. These girls, they don't climb in the food. There's one crawling around. Get back in, little girl. Quite good as well, because they're quite tough. Not that I recommend like prodding these girls with your fingers though, because they are little. That we're doing there. I think that's all of them out. One bonus they have over the Tetramorium as well is the queens don't really go out and get food. So if you throw away your food and it does have ants in, it's a lot safer. That's the issue with the TB, is like they'll hide in their food, and if you're not careful, you could have a queen in that food or something. That's why normally I just burn it. I take all the food out, and if I got like rubbish, I just chuck it in a fire nowadays. If there's anything left inside, it can't get out. And the needs of the many, aka like the environment outside, kind of overrules the needs of the few, aka the few ants that have escaped in some food. Bit tricky to clean, but not too bad because they're not very dirty either. I've never cleaned this Saturn really. These are a few really old fruit fly bodies. I'll probably get them out. Yeah. But yeah, my god, they grow. I like it as well because they like to live up things, so I can put my tower in, and I know they'll like be all over the food tower because they love to like live up trees and things like that. Let's power feed them some more. Yeah, they can drag the little fruit flies. I'm not sure if it's a good or a bad thing. It seems to do them really good, like growth-wise. But at the same time, trying to like pick out the little fruit flies took a bit of work. Oh, get in there, yeah. Get a meal. That'll probably do them. They get fed quite a lot, these girls. They're growing. Get a better view now, innit? Yeah, running around down the bottom. Barely any dead bodies, because yeah, they don't seem to die much, these girls. Except when you first get them, maybe. Because the colony had a few fatalities on day one, and that was about it. Put that in. There it is, my bit of cotton. Dunk it in. Oh, they love their sugar as well. Yeah, they need lots of sugar, these ants. I think it fuels them like well. I've noticed though that like, yeah, when they get loads of sugar, they get loads of brood and stuff, all powered up from the sugar. Oh, she's legging it. Oh, she's back again. They picked up on a scent, I think. They're homing in. Going back now. I've had some food. They're good little girls. They're like, look at the brood of them. And like, these are micro ants. Like, this is probably like 1,000 like ants per tube or something in brood. That's why I can only sell them in medium size as well. Nah, it's not honey. It's yeah, I think it's palm sugar. I bought it a while back because it was like, ooh, this sugar looks fancy. It isn't really, but yeah, it's got a nice colour to it. It's just brown sugar, I think, with a bit of brown sugar. It's just white sugar with molasses, I think. That's that one fed. Where's the lid? Where'd I put it? There it is. I'll get the other girls up. The second colony. These ones are only like, they're not that old. Where can I put this one in here? Yeah, they're inbreeding good. For some reason they do have a lot of mould there. Like, none of the other like roaches ever get any mould, but these girls seem to make mould. The cockroaches are a bit mouldy. Pull some out. Right, get away from that food, madam. I saw you. Oh, got an escapee. Come back in, girl. Wait, she might be in. Oh, get away from the food, little lady. I see you. Soon I'm gonna try and I'll put a tube of these, or not a tube, but a few of them in with the other colony, because we were discussing it earlier with Bin, how like I'm not actually sure if you can merge the colonies, because the Tetramoran bicarinatum, like even if they're not from the same like mother colony, you can still merge them. Whereas these, it's I'm not sure it's the same situation. I don't know if you can just chuck in a load more with the others. Probably what makes TB so like brilliant. It's one of their best traits. Is it's like, oh, I want some more TB in my colony. So what I'll do is I'll just chuck in a whole other colony with the other colony, and they merge fine. But that's it's unusual for ants. Most of them you can't just chuck in a load of ants and they'll get along just fine. Not with queens anyway. Majority of ants though, if you can blank slate the workers, as I like to call it, and kind of reset them, they'll merge fine with another colony again. Like the Manica rubida, like the queen died, so I put the workers in with the other colony, and they did pretty good. I think I'll get him a fresh bit of cotton. Oh, I don't want it there. I want it over here. Get in there, sugar water. And take out the old bit of sugar water. To be fair, this is probably why there's a bit of mould, because the sugar water is directly on the floor, and then it's going to heat up, and a lot of the moisture from the sugar water is going to probably get driven into the air and then soaked up by the cockroaches. Let's see if we can clean it while they're out of the way. Looks just like an empty. They're in there. I still got a little like niggling idea, because the Manica stole the tank from the micro species, but I still want like a multi-species micro species tank, because you wouldn't need as big a kind of tank. Like with big ants, and you want to have a multi-species, you're going to need a big tank. But with little ants, if you want a multi-species, you only need a little tank. Seems, yeah. But then some people don't like small ants. I think they're best. They grow faster, and they do cool things. All the big ants, they just seem same. They don't inbreed. They don't do much. And then if they're campanotus, they die on me. And these girls is good. Yeah, I think a satin would be good. Maybe an MS nest or something. I want to try one of the MS nests soon though, because I want to put the Plagiolepis pygmea. If I can ever get them growing and not escaping, I want to stick them in a micro species, because I think they'll probably escape. They can escape any nest. Still, there's a dead body down there. I've glued it all up as well, if you haven't noticed. Like, this whole thing is glued. That's them girls done. Let's check on the Manica rubida quick. Like, if you remember a minute ago, there was a few of them. I bet there's loads now. There'll be like 100 of them probably by now. Oh yeah, they're at it. Massing. They seem to be moving it pretty good today. The other day I gave them 2 big crickets, and they like couldn't get them out that easy. So it took them ages to break it down, but they did. See if I can find a Temnophorax. So I'm pretty sure they're still alive. The spiders have been doing their job. It's not Manica. I'm hoping they were dead bodies when they were dropped, those ones. There's a Manica. Where are you, little Temnos? Is that even an ant? Yeah, it is. Where are you hiding, Temnos? I think they all live in the acorns now, anyway. There it is somewhere. Need to take some cuttings out of this tank as well for the new Tetramorium tank. That plant there is finally growing. Is that? Oh, there's a Manica at the bottom. Wouldn't surprise me if the Temnophorax are asleep, to be honest. The smaller ants seem to be affected by the cold. Oh, a very special guest has arrived as well. Here she is. This little lady here, Carabera diversa she is. And I emptied my Carabera out of their tank about in June it was. So 6 months ago. I went into the garage today, which is unheated. I pulled out this tank, that's the old Carabera tank, which is now the Tetramorium tank. And guess who I found just chilling inside of the tank still? And it is this little lady here. And this Carabera major, she'd survived 6 months with no heating, no food, no nothing. Now she gets to live a life of luxury, and she's like free range in the incubator. She doesn't seem to do much, but I'm happy with her. I think she's amazing. Like, I don't know how she managed to stay around for 6 months with no food, no nothing, no workers to groom her, like nothing. It was just her inside of a tank, and the tank was dead dry. But she persevered. So she can do whatever she wants now. She can live like, yeah. She survived that, so she can do whatever the hell she wants. If she wants to live in the incubator, she can live in the incubator. If she wants to leg it, she can leg it. Like, she's earned it. Let's do some YCA. I gave him some substrate the other day because they're being weird. It's annoying, it is. Oh, there's the pogos. Pogos are looking good. Real friggin' good. Let's get these girls out. They got a little thingy again. But, oh, there's a pain in the butt moving them. Okay, I'm gonna have to put the phone over here while I lift them out. That's why the Saturns are just so, like, so good. So, oh, I got cocoons again. They don't seem to be too into their food at the minute, the yellow crazy ants. Pogos. We've got like a few deads and stuff, which I'm not too surprised about because there's quite a few when I put them in, when the sand went in. And then we've got a few like dead in here as well. They seem to be dumping them out. But then the colony in here, they got like brood and everything, like. So I don't know what they're up to, but they do look a little bit empty. Need some sugar snaps to like supercharge them. They're at 26.8 in the outworld. Although the other bit's not on the heat. It's getting some fresh food though. Freshness. But they've gone off their sugar and stuff, and it's like, what's up with you girls? What I'm going to do as well is I'll add a special mineral mix to their thingy. I'm kind of thinking it's like they got their sugar, they got their protein, but I think they need something else. Might be like urea or something, but I haven't got any urea kicking around at the moment. I did have a massive tub, but I gave it to my neighbour for their plants because it is fertiliser. And yeah, it's better than what I had planned for it. I was going to use it to make fake wee for ants and gunpowder. Clean this little thing. Not gun. Where is it? Gunpowder or black powder? I think it is black powder. The one that's a little bit less bangy, more smoky. The black powder. Give them some Morio. If I'm lucky, like they'll just peak up a bit. They're just being weird though. They don't hibernate or anything, so it's like, what are you up to, girls? Why have you slowed down? But like, they're just not super keen on their food and stuff, and they won't stop hanging around. Like they won't move into that nest, and they wouldn't move into the tubes as well. They kept just standing outside. Let's get that out. Do a bit of hoovering in here as well, just so I can keep an eye on how many fatalities we got. I'm hoping I can turn them around there and get them growing again soon. It's just they don't seem to be into their food. It's almost like they're in some sort of diapause. I don't know if they do a dry season diapause or something, but possibly. But then there's like, I don't know, I don't think people know that much about yellow crazy ants. That's why they're studied so much. Maybe they do have a little bit of diapause or something. Because a lot of these ants too, like, you could even ask the scientists half the time, like, does this ant like diapause? And they're like, no. But then it does. And it's like, I think in reality, no one has a clue. And you can't tell by like, it's like, oh yeah, this ant comes from the tropics, so it doesn't hibernate. And it's like, no, doesn't work like that. Like some of the tropical ants hibernate as well and things. And yeah, it's all over the place. It's like the Tetchmore bicarinatum. Every year, they try and hibernate, even though everything in the books says these ants do not hibernate, but they do. And they know exactly what they're doing too. They'll break their brood down, they'll develop all their pupae, they'll stop laying the eggs, and they just sit on their larvae. And they know exactly, like, that's how you hibernate, like. But then, like, all the science says these do not hibernate, or diapause, but they do. What do I want for these girls? I want something. I forgot what it was. Bit of sugar water. A bit of the mineral mix. Tiniest little sprig. You might just add something to their sugar though that they haven't had before, or that they're needing. One of the random little minerals or something. That do tiny little sprig. I used to add this to all my sugar waters, to be fair, and it makes some of them go nuts. Just a little bit of like salt and stuff. Let's get them a bit of cotton and a bit of bowl. I think they can have a load of sugar water this time. I just dunk it in a piece of cotton. Oh, this is it, the methamphetamine. This is the white powder in with it now. It is magic. Boom. Hopefully it does the job. I think they must be missing like a mineral, I think. Because yeah, sugar is fine, like carbs and protein, they've got plenty. But mineral-wise, they must be missing something. To be fair, I might just make them some water as well with a little bit of mineral mix. And that's it. Sorted. So now they've got water, they've got sugar water, they've got protein, and they're going to have salt water as well. Yeah. Sounds completely ridiculous when I say it to myself, that like salt water, but you never know, it might be the bit they're missing. And a lot of ants, they're attracted to salt, not because of the sea though, because it's like wee. Some ants drink wee. Well, the ants swallow the wee. They don't really eat it themselves. Most of the wee goes for the bacteria in their stomachs, and then the bacteria eat the wee, along with like sugars and stuff, and then they can turn it into protein. Mostly Campanota species though and stuff, I think. And Australian species love the old wee. Yeah. Crabs are quite salty, I guess. Oh no, actually, they're the land crabs, aren't they? I was gonna say, I love watching that Easter Island one where they're eating all the crabs, but then it's like, oh yeah, they're naughty yellow crazy ants or something. But yeah, they seem to love the taste of crabs. Sticky. There's this salt water. I'll give them a quick hoover too. The only issue, because I've added sand, in the next like month or two, they're gonna get mites. I've never given substrate like to an ant and not found mites in it like a few months later. Those little bits of like food debris that get away. Let's get the poop out. Super pooter, like they're gonna find you. Fireman. Feeling like a number one. Let's get the old loud noise warning. There's most of them. Look at the ant, not the sand. There's it. That's the pootering done. Oh, I got excited then. I saw the that drinker and thought it was the salt water drinker and was like, "Oh my god, I finally busted something." To be fair though, they're doing something. Fingers crossed they fix themselves up soon though. I'm just gonna keep looking after them and hope that I haven't introduced any poisons or anything. But I'm normally like quite good because like if I do the dog or something, I always make sure I wash my hands loads. And if I'm gonna do anything with the ants, let's chuck them back in anyway. These girls. Who we got next? Pogos, I guess, innit? So Pogos. One of his little Denton's alright. I like it. Then you get girlies. Pogos. Pogos look to be doing pretty good. Bit humid though at the minute. Oh man, they are doing absolutely brilliant. You might be able to see the brood today. Unlike last update. Oh, come on you. So many new babies though, all the little golden girls. Love them, loads of larvae. Here's the dead. There's a hint, that should be two little weaklings that I put in. Well, one of them. Right, there's the second girl. But yeah, I think might have been Dragon Bloom said probably the nanitics like passing away as well, and I think it is, to be fair. I think they send out their weak girls to get the food and then yeah. Hopefully I don't wake them up and they don't come pouring out, but if you watched my last video too, like with good lids, I like the Luna. But I don't like the old handles. I just put like a screw in it. Pull that little worker out. Good girls these days. They can have a nice big amount of protein today. I think they do quite well on morio worms as well. Because the seed eaters are quite good normally at breaking down the fat, and morio worms are quite full of fat. Some of the messers actually like drink them, like sort of thing. So they'll get their carbs out of the seed, they'll get their protein out of the seeds, and they'll also get their water out of the seeds as well. And it's like it's quite cool, really. They're like, yeah, as long as the seed's got fat in it, we can break the fat back down into water molecules and drink them. And it's like amazing little ants. They don't even need like a water source. What does me after? Scissors. Where did I put the scissors in? Sitting. These guys are going good though. Hopefully they'll spark up for like next season. And get them to a nice, like a stable size. Their population though seems quite good at the minute. They're definitely like, I don't know, they're about even at the minute. But then their brood production shows that like they're going to make more ants than they've lost recently. Gotta do these girls loads of food today. Stick them away. This is a weird thing as well. Is this tube here was going to be a water tube, and they've actually started using it as the trash like site. It's a bit weird. It's like, why would you put your trash next to the water? But yeah, I don't know what they're up to. And go little Luna Pod. Who's next? Oh, maybe I'll try to feed the wasp. Where is she? There she is. I'll get the Formica Frisker out first. I haven't fed these for about 2 months. They're hibernating though, so... Yeah. I wonder if they're in a piece of paper. Last time I looked, they'd actually moved out of their piece of paper. Let's go down a bit. Oh yeah, they've still moved out of their paper. I don't know why. It's just not good enough. There's a survivor lady as well. She's gone for a little gander. Yeah, they've moved out of their paper nest. For a while, like the whole colony just lived in this folded bit of paper. It gave me a proper like little idea as well of like a nest that's literally just a piece of paper that's like folded between a load of bits. So you have just a little kind of layered up piece of paper for ants to live in. But yeah, some ants would happily live in it. So yeah. I was thinking I was going to call her Sally because she's a survivor. Come on, girlie, stop biting onto the foam. She's a good girl. Okay. She don't even try to bite me that bad. She's so good. She can stay on my finger for a bit. She loves the heat. Oh, we've got some dead Frisker. See what happens if we get some sugar. There's a chance that I could probably wake these up soon. I think they've been asleep for quite a while now. They went to bed in about... It's easily... Maybe even September. Ow, you little cow bag. She's biting me. She bit me then. Steady, young lady. I'm not for dinner. She's got a good bite on her still, even though she's been chilling for months. Don't bite me though, my dear. I'm your friend. So come in peace. I'm your biggest fan. Oh, she's biting again. Oh, you little cow bag. I can feel it. Leave her here. What are the Frisker up to? Because they're actually being active. Ooh. Come on, get over there, Frisker. Yeah, she keeps nibbling me, the little lady. Ain't she the best, though? She can bite me as much as she wants. She's been through enough. You've earned it, my dear. At least she's not a leaf cutter where they like anchor their teeth in and then it's like sideways head wiggle and clamp in them jaws and they just slice through your finger like butter. Even the thickest of skin, they just like chop and it's like very impressive. Suck up a few dead in the corners. Then we go about... Oh, look! Okay, the Frisker are more awake than I expected, to be fair. Maybe it's because they haven't had any food for literal months, but they're drinking. Yeah, they seem good today. Oh, you get out of the dead body pile, please. They're gonna swarm that sugar now. Ow, little Carabera Queen, go easy. I'm trying to clean. I think that's all of them. Oh, one of them fell back in. Yeah, they're surprisingly awake actually. I wonder if I'll get away of waking them up a little bit early. Maybe like straight after December or something. Although, at least with these girls, you can tell if they've woken up because they'll make eggs. Because there's absolutely zero brood in the nest at the minute because they're Formica. And that's what Formica do. It's like, oh, winter is coming. What does that mean? It means basically do absolutely nothing. Get rid of all the brood. Yeah. That's why you can't really like skip hibernation with messes either because they know. They know far too much. But I guess it's like another survival thing. Like if they had brood hanging around in winter, some other ant would probably try and rob them up even more than they're already getting robbed up, sort of thing. Their whole life is just spent being robbed up. She's had it again. Little chomper. Maybe I'll give her a bit of sugar. See what happens. Come here, light. I'll give her some more sugar. I gave her a tiny bit earlier, but then she wandered off. Hey, madam. Oh, straight on it. Is it? No. Are you gonna do anything with it? Yeah, she can't focus. That's it. Bite the sugar drop instead. She's still trying to bite, like, through the sugar drop, I swear. I ain't got a clue what she's up to, really. That sugar's gonna fall off my finger. Don't make a mess, Sally. Yeah, old Sally. She can just stay on my finger a bit longer. One more Frisco, they got a nice amount of sugar. I'm giving some protein this time, just a tiny bit. I wouldn't recommend this that much though, because they're not going to eat their protein. If you're going to because they're hibernating as well, it's well easy to just leave them and do nothing for like 2 months with them. By which time the mites are going to be everywhere. Oh, she's going for it, this little lady. It's chompy, chompy, chompy. Oh, chompy, chompy. She's trying so hard. She must be liking the heat though. Must be heaven. I think that's these girls doing. Doing pretty good on numbers, I think. It's quite a lot of them, but they're spread out. I'm gonna leave their piece of paper because they like their piece of paper. Do these girls? Oh, the wasp. That's what we were gonna get to. The wasp. Fingers crossed, she's all good. I haven't checked on her for a little bit. Huh? She's moved. Oh, she's moved to the other end of the tube. I hope that's not a bad thing. I hope she's not slumped and gone weak. All the way, Kai Spittums. Oh, Susie, stop biting my finger. Surely you'd have figured out that I'm no threat. In here. Are you good, girl? Oh no, she's good, she's good. She looked a bit limp then. But she looks limp every time I look in, because I think it's just how wasps like hibernate. There she is. Like, she's still alive and everything. She's just properly asleep. If you give her like a slightest wiggle, she'll like wiggle an antenna or a leg or kind of open her mouth, do a bit of chomping. I think I'm gonna move. Oh. That fat ass. I want her to have that's quite a good spot, isn't it? Yeah. I want her to have a nice like open end as well. Yeah, there she is. Yeah, she's sleeping still. I might try. I drop a bit of sugar water in there, but I'm not really expecting her to do a lot of eating and stuff because yeah, she's proper hibernating. She's deep asleep. Quite funny. The first time I looked in after I'd got her and she'd gone properly to sleep, I was like, "Oh my god, she's dead." But nah, she wasn't. I'm quite looking forward though to next year. And imagine if someone annoys you and then you got this little wasp colony. I'll just take the wasp nest out, put a tube on it, and put a piece of tube through their letterbox. Don't tell anyone I said that. But yeah, it'd be brilliant. Probably get told off now by YouTube for that inciting chaos or something. I thought I'd do a nice fresh bowl for the madam. Just in case you get hungry, you can have a tiny bit of sugar. I doubt she will though, because it's just not how wasps are, is it? They need that extra heat to run the old wing muscles. It's kind of like how the queens will only come out when it's hot, because they just can't get their metabolism high enough when it's cold to actually run the muscles and run the system. It's like they're cold-blooded, but they do need the heat, especially the wing muscles. But yeah, Waspy, she's doing good. Stick her back in. I can't wait to see what happens next year though. I'm kind of looking forward to her, like maybe she'll weave a little paper nest. Kai Spitten. Poor little Kai Spitten. I'm still like, I've been looking now for months to try and spot, because it's not just Tetramarum Kai Spitten, it's supposed to be the Strongylanaphis, or strong testicles, or Strongylanaphis testiculi or something. But I haven't seen her for months. I got a feeling the Strongylanaphis queen has been eaten by the Tetramorium or something. But we'll tell come, what's his name, next year when they start making the lates. I'll be able to tell then. But until then, I don't think I'm going to be able to figure out if the queen, or the Strongylanaphis queen, is still alive. Hey, Ben. Welcome back. Let's give you some more. They love their food, these girls. But then I don't feed them that much because they're on a diet. Although next year, I think, now I've got a bigger incubator, I can send some of my colonies through the roof without having to worry. At the minute, it's like, well, before it's like I don't want to make all the colonies grow too mad because I had limited space. And the Tetramarum bigaranatum already, like, had it all. Yeah, this is the Kai Spitten. I love the way too, they love their, like, dry tube. They got a wet one, but they like this one. When they, like, they've dug it through and everything. Just like the big Tetramarum bigaranatums. Big pile of brood in there. They're that little. You barely see it, to be fair, but there's a big heap. It looks like sand in the tube. It's all larvae. They're all kind of hibernating this year, about 12 Celsius. A bit warm, but they don't care. I'll give you some sugar water as well. They love sugar. They love everything, these girls. They're quite good for that. Do they need some water? Yeah, they do. I'll get them some water, quick. Hopefully they haven't blocked up their water drinker with sand, but it always seems to feel. Suck up some water. Bam. I love being able to refill drinks like this. Oh, I shall never forget the night I was lying in bed and I looked over in my bedroom and saw what these were, I guess, inspired by, and it was like, yes. It was a good day, that one. A good day. And it just, like, solved all the annoyances I had with the other drinkers. I should probably thank the other drinkers as well for not being perfect. Because if they're perfect, I never would have done anything as well. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I do for these girls. Oh, they're the drop tail girls. I'm tempted to get some of them. Next time I see them going around cheap or something. Yeah. But from what I've heard, they're quite good ants. Like, everybody that has them seems to enjoy them. Let's go for. I need to re-tube these girls, to be fair. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. One of me Temnothorax colonies. So I think I chucked another couple of Temnothorax colonies into the, what's the names? Manicas. think I'll give him a new test tube. That would do. There's a massive colony in this acorn though. And this time I'm leaving the acorn in the tube because my last colony of little Temnos, I took the acorn out. And yeah, they didn't really do too much after that. I think they like the acorn. I think it's another one of them ones where if they can get their hands on like a fat sauce, aka an acorn, they've got everything they need then. Like, plenty of water. Kind little acorn, over you get. There we are. I love the way little Sally is still going out my finger. She's still here trying to chomp away. She's a brilliant little girl. She's one of my favourites. Oh, I've annoyed them. They're all pouring out their acorn. At least they got a bit of water in this tube. Oh, it's dueling banjos. I do for them girls. They can go to hibernation now. Might give them a tiny splodge of sugar. If I can get a small enough drop of sugar, let's get a bit of Sally off. There's Sally. If you've got something to look at, focus, Sally, focus. Try not to give them too big a blob. The tiniest little blob. You can see it around the side. Bam. Do them. Straight on the sugar, that little lady down the end. Can't really see it because it's too small. Straight on the sugar. Oh, that'd be sick. 30k at least. that'd be nice. I'm hoping for a big mesa colony. And now that I've got like my nest sorted, it's a lot easier now. It'll be cheaper. I think I'll do polyrackers. Happy girls. By the looks of it. The only issue with my incubator so far is I need to fiddle with the doors. The doors are like a temporary bit. What I'm gonna try and do is get some like glass or perspex doors for the incubator. But they're still just the makeshift wooden doors at the minute. And they squeak. Oh, look at that tower. There's one of those towers, and I think I'm going to give it to little Billy. It's like they're limited edition Halloween ones. Problem is, I managed to get sick, like, right when Halloween was, so I never managed to kind of... It was a promotion of, like, get foreign stuff anyway, but... It was for Halloween. Pogos. Chilly, only 25.5 in there today. They're looking quite chilled. What are you girls up to? I was a bit worried the other day because I couldn't see any, like, for ages. All I'd seen was the cocoons. And I thought, oh my god, nothing's happened to the queen, has it? Because I haven't seen any eggs. But the other day I spotted some eggs right in the back. Oh, Sally! She just fell off! Sally! Oh no, Sally, where have you gone? Landed on a calf. What? Sally! Oh, there she is. She landed on a tripod. I was thinking, like, where on earth have you gone? How have you disappeared? You're quite a big girl. You can't just disappear onto the floor. Like, that's not how it works. Come on, Sally, back on. Oh, Sally. Oh, we dropped her again. I think Sally's had enough of the finger. Sally! Oh. I need like a little necklace or something for Sally. So I could like put her in a vial and wear her around my neck or something so she'd come everywhere then. I tried once making a necklace and it had like a little plant pot as the necklace. I thought it was pretty cool. I never actually grew any plants in it, but you can like have a necklace and a plant grows out of it. Let's get some light on these girls. Sally can go on next to the Morios for a minute. Go on, Sally. Oh, she won't come off my finger because she's like bitten down on my fingernail. Not that you can see it, she won't focus. Focus, Sally. Let's give these girls some sugar anyway. Boom. I'm surprised their barrier like still does anything at all. Originally it was a Fluon, but Fluon is actually really junk. When I first got Fluon, I was expecting it to be better than liquid PTFE because it's like, oh, I've heard everyone talking about Fluon. It's the most amazing stuff ever, but it's pretty naff. It's like they pushed past the barrier in no time at all. I ended up just sticking some oil over the top of the the Fluon, and that done the job way better. And I've had the oil barrier now. It doesn't even look like there's a drop of oil left on the barrier, but they're not escaping. I got some sugar water. Pull out that cricket dish. Evacuate girlies. I know there's always one of you left in the food bowl. Always hiding in their bodies. Well, maybe not today. Like 8 times out of 10, when I do anything with the Polyrachus, like feed them and empty out their food bowls, there's always one that's hidden away in the like the bits that you take out. And then later on, I'll be like, "Where'd you come from? How'd you get out?" There's this little worker that's just like running around the place. Now where put tweezers this time? I do in my hand. I'm after the scissors. Oh, one of them got out. Okay, maybe the barriers are not as good today as I thought it was. We got an escapee. Madam. Back in. She's a good girl. Back in. Dinner time. Chop up some Mario World. Might have to get some more Mario World. Chop, chop, chop. I'm gonna need some more Mario. What have I got left to feed actually? I might be alright. I don't think I got too many left to feed. Not no camera. Bam, and goes the protein. I'm quite quiet today. Boom. Really need to keep trying to clean the bottom because they like to like make little piles of their dead in the corners, but because they got all these bits of like stick and stuff, it's quite hard to get them out. Let's see if we might be able to grab it by the center. Yeah. Wiggle him out of the way. Let's see if I can get the pooter in there. Oh, sand. I forgot I hoovered up sand a minute there. Empty it out. Let's go. So I needed a slightly longer bit of tubing into these here. Let's suck up the sand again. Ah, you're pretty good today, girl. Pretty good. You see how the wood blocks the pipe. It's full of wood. pulper wood or whatever it's called. Push it down. Probably suck up down there, I think, as well. Yeah, dives are pretty good, I think. They're like common polyrachus, but then it's like the common ants doesn't mean they're bad most of the time. Half the time it actually means they're quite good, because like a lot of people have managed to get them working, so they're well made for captivity. Oh, reach. Ready. Still got little Sally. I love this song in the background. Sitting alone each night. Turn up a little bit. Expecting to find love. Love, love. Darling, open your eyes. Let me show you the light. Love is bright. Do these guys anyway. Got enough water. Got a little tower. Let's see what I got left. When you need someone, I will be by your side. Only one queen in this one, I think. Might have been two, but I think it was one. Oh, there's some flabs too. You can just have salt or sugar water in. One flab colony. I really need to sort out some sort of like outworld feet. I realised the other day that if I just print little feet kind of fit most outworlds, then they'll all fit nicely with my fingers. In the mists. Let me show you the light. You may never find a love that's right. Let me show you the light. This is your last year's flowers from Mr. Paul. Still 3 queens, no sign of fighting or anything. Looks as well like I can. This tube looks nice and empty. Let's take him out quick. Gotta keep your finger up because Sally's there. So I'll get an over messer eventually, I think. Although I'm skint at the minute. Very poor. Had to pay too much last week. Bam. Test tube here, cotton. Might be a sneaky boy. Gonna put this tube back in dry and just use it as a feeding tube for a bit. It'll be easier than kind of feed him in the outworld. God, I love it. Bam. Bam. Oh. Oh, I wish I had that much at a minute. A mega skink. Fill up their water a bit in here, but I think I'll just hoover them out. Hopefully they've not been having a bad time. There's a few dead bodies in here, but there's also a few living ants as well, so it's not too bad. I think they're just the old nanetics. Oh, someone's turned up. Must be my brother. Top up their water. I'm trying to actually get it in the drinker. What's that colony fed? And then this year's colony is bigger. Oh, looks like there's been a fatality though. One of the queens is upside down, I think. Wouldn't surprise me. So yeah, there's a dead queen there. What else we got in here? Wait, where's the drag? I think they're hibernating. Yeah. Don't know what to do with these. They're doing pretty good. Yeah, hibernating. And they're gonna be a jelly, to be fair. I'll take out their rubbish food and they're not gonna need any more protein. That can get out. Ooh, vous sassez, vous sassez, c'est vous sassez. Sassez-vous, sassez-vous, sassez. Sassez-vous, sassez-vous, sassez-vous. Yeah, I'm alive. She's coming along for the ride. Itchy, itchy, ya, ya, da, da. Itchy, itchy. Mocha chocolate. Sexy me mamola. Sassy the Sasquatch. You fucking drug out. Oh, you're not allowed to say swear words, aren't you? Nothing else to do for them girls. There ain't much to do with them because they're hibernating. What's in it? Plagios will do. Any escapees today? Doesn't look like there's any escapees today. Because of the new incubator, it's got light wood as the floor of the shelf. I've noticed that I can see all the bloody escapees. Look at these girls, tube's drying out. Yeah, they've probably got another year left in that tube. Well active at the minute. What are they up to in there? It's a bit hard to tell because they're grubby as well. They've like probably lived in this tube for over a year now. Can't really see much. The only thing I know is they keep escaping, and that's why they've never gone up in numbers. And probably because I didn't hibernate them as well. Like, good enough last year. I don't think that helped. And they spent half the year waiting for winter, and then it was like summer, and it was like... They're sturdy little girls there. They're gonna need some food. Oh, I might be a bad person. Your favourite colony? Oh... It's quite hard at the minute. I do love the... I like the TBs, but then I like the cardiochlamidias in a minute. And then there's the pogos, who I just love watching them because they look cool. Oh, which... This is Morio Worm is alive. So like nobody look to the left. Yeah, stop wiggling. I'm doing a Holifer. Yeah. Here you are, pledges. Not that you'll eat it. I do. Boom. Normally I boil my bugs. Other hand. Oh, I think I'm left-handed with tweezers. It's really hard using the right hand. I'm just not a left or right-handed tweezer. So I can catch flies out of the air, like, with the other hand. I've only done it twice, but yeah. There's nothing better though when you're like there, like bam, and then you catch a fly mid-air with your tweezers and you're like, yes, I've been possessed by Jet Li or something like. So she's had some sugar water on this finger. It's dried out a bit now. She just wants blood. Yeah. Sorry girl, I don't have diabetes, so my blood sugar level won't be appetizing to you. Petty, give these little pladgies a thing. Funny thing about these pladgies is I've seen like some places sell them in little nests, but the nests like 100% would not hold the ant. I haven't found a nest yet that these girls won't escape from. They're like remarkable at escaping. I'll show you in a minute. I'll put the lid on and show you like the gaps they can like somehow get through. Like somehow they get out of, like, there's no gap there. Like they will squidge their way through that. Like you can't even fit a piece of paper, but they can get through it. But I don't actually. Before I say you can't even fit paper in it, I'll get a piece of paper. A bit label, little bit greaseproof paper. Like you can't. Yeah, you can't just like slide the piece of paper in. It's too tight to actually fit a piece of paper in, and somehow they can still get out. So I'm hoping Richard and Antics, he's got some new outworlds, and basically they're like a fully sealed up. I think they're glued as well, like box. So I think he's gonna send one over, and I'm really hoping that should contain them. And if it does, it'll be like the first nest or the first anything I've found that can actually keep them in. Because like they get out of here somehow. That's why it's like covered in blue tack and stuff now. And it's like the cardioclamidius, however, like they don't get out. Whereas these girls, straight out. Yeah, that's them girls. What other ants have I got there? I think there's more. We'll get to the manica again in a minute. Oh no, I got to the end of the mitt. That's terrible. Wonder what's next. I'll show you the manica in a sec. What's this? Flabbies are done, wasps done, TV's done. No, I think that's all of them. Oh, I love this song. Song on the radio. I bet you they won't play this song. Or think it's a load of horse shit. I think that's all the ants now. I think. Yeah. Should really check on the Lassia Snyder. Yeah, that's all the ants. I think. Yeah. Have a little look at leaf cutters quick. The acros. It got a bit cold to be fair. The room is only like 18 Celsius, so they're probably going to get annoyed at me because they're at 18 Celsius at the minute. Sorry, Planet. Yeah, they didn't do much to be fair. They decided to retreat back to the nest because it's gone cold. I need to like turbo feed them maybe. Because no, they're growing in there, but to be fair, compared to other people's acro colonies after like a bit longer, they're tiny. So they might need a little bit more food or something. Oh no, there's plenty of them out there. I'm going to give them some spring greens again. I gave her some spring greens the other day and they ate it. But apparently, I don't think it's going to last long. I think they're going to get bored of it. Stick these girls back in. And lettuce. Have we got any blue tack? No, I don't have any blue tack. I kind of want to blue tack the this like to the floor because in a minute it slides a little bit sometimes when I move it. Come on in, Sally. Let's dump these back in. Oh, I should really move them before I try to put them in. Oh, it'll fit. Good. Oh, what's that in that tube over there? You could have ants there. Oh yeah, it does. I don't know if she's alive though. It's a Temnothorax queen. I found like a founding queen. I don't know if she's alive and kicking. How do I see the twin babies? It's okay, go with him, Haley. Put them all back in there. So, Oh, I got a wasp. Well, in the incubator it's warmer than 18, but yeah, they wouldn't like to be at 18 for too long though. Like in a minute 18. Probably go up to about 24 odd in a bit. It's quite hard at the minute, like keeping the temperature down. And well, while we're here, she's up to something. The messer girl is I just saw her leg it up the tube. Here she goes. What are you gonna get up to, my dear? You gonna get some food? No, she's just poking her head out. There's Waspy. She ain't doing much. She looks dead, but she's not dead. She's just properly like shut down. If I was to flick the tube, she'd start like wiggling and breathing and stuff, but she's proper like catatonic at the minute. I think that's the word. Let's have a look at look at the size of that massive like, look at the size of that Manica worker, and then look at the size of the others. It's like they're polygamous and polymorphic. Like, that's one of the big girls. And they are big. Like, you get big ones, and then you get normal sized ones. The normal sized ones are big, but then the big ones, like, they're massive. They're kind of another level. They've already dragged the other bit of moray worm down into the nest. But yeah, I'll give her some sugar while I'm here. Actually, they've only had a bit of moray worm, so let's give her some sugar. Do you ever bit in? Put on a stick, I think. Might get the Temnothorax to pop out if I'm lucky. Another bit. There we are. I could get us these. I love McLeod. I'm like super looking forward to next year because I think they're going to be quite big. Yeah, I think like maybe past the first year, I think they seem pretty safe after the first year. But I say that, but I still lost one queen completely at random, it seemed. But but these girls seem alright. What I might do while I'm here is take out some of their spider webs. The spider webs are looking a bit clogged up with bodies. And I think these are the ones that they drop, which is why I don't mind the spiders like catching the dead bodies. They're like Manica rubida, or not Manica, Myrmica rubrido, where they like to basically chuck their bodies off of high places. It's kind of like, yeah, what can we do with this like dead ant? And it's like, oh, that was my mate. What would he love? And it's like, well, we're an ant, so we don't get full damage, so let's chuck all the bodies off something really tall. Send him to the fairground world. Oh, let's see. They're all falling out. There's so many spiders in there now as well. The other day, like, they hatched like a whole little mini colony of them. Oh, there's about 3 bodies out. I do for the day. Otherwise, if like the spiders don't catch them, they end up doing what this girl's doing, just carrying them around for ages. I'm just giving up with that one. But yeah, the spiders are pretty good. I think the barrier's getting a bit junk as well, but nothing's escaped. And like that plant hits the roof now. I need to fix that soon. Oh look, they're gone mad for the sugar there. Just leave them on them for a bit. Boom. I think next year, instead of the Manica though, I'm gonna go for the green weaver challenge. Oh, it wasn't me. Because I think I got the Manica down. Right. Touch wood. Nibbling away. I think their nest hole is down here. They're constantly moving it. And there's a few of these flies left. They're so annoying. The spiders have been doing quite a good job though, but they can't catch everyone. See if I can find a Temnothorax. If any are awake. So I think they're still alive. After watching the manager get like a beating off the Temino 4X, I'm not too worried about the Teminos in here. Focus. He is for party. The I is for rowdy. The T is for tonight. It's such a cheddar song. You drinking this sugar as well? Anyway, what's the time? It's probably about, oh yeah, 10. Might call it a day, I think. Grab myself not a cup of tea, or I'll never get to bed. Grab some sort of food. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the little tour of. I'll show you all what you can look at. You can have a top to bottom of the incubator again. And by the way, it's an incubator as well, not a Viv. It's doing pretty good. And then I better put Sally in. You gonna jump off, Sally? I think she's probably had enough. Come on, Sally. You can, yeah, you're probably best up here. Hang around on top of pogos or something. Can't do it. There she is. That's where she can be dropped off today. The only thing, she has been cold for 6 months, so maybe that's why she's a bit slow, but she's not the fastest. I think she's lost, to be fair, though, because I always found the diverser, they use the workers for, like, the brains. They're the brains of it, and the majors are just brainless oafs. They need their little workers to tell them what to do, so she's probably a bit lost. Poor little dear. Yeah. I'll give her a tiny little drop of sugar in front of her. The colony managed to, well, I tipped them out and I thought I didn't have the queen, but then I got home and searched through the handful of mud that I'd taken out, and the queen was in there, so I put them into a synthetic cell, and I think I sold them, I did, because they just didn't look, I had them in such an amazing tank before. It was just sad watching them kind of trapped inside of a small synthetic nest, if you get what I mean. And it was like, now I'll kind of sell them on, let somebody else put them in a big tank and enjoy them. Streaming. You're live. Oh yeah, I'll give her a drop of sugar water, and I think that'll do her tiniest little speck. Anyway, that's all for today's stream. Thanks for watching, everybody. Till next time, may your ants live long and prosper. And thanks for watching, and bye. Night all.